Fletcher Lawyer, Zach Eady, Greg Kaufman-Renn. Raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you.
Zach, I think you missed through your first 4 shots and then got going. What kind of opened up there for you to end up having the game you had?
Nothing in particular. I feel like my first few shots, like they were pretty good misses. They were my shots I usually take. They just didn't go in. A few of them rattled in and out. So I just kind of stuck with it. Trusted my game, trusted my skill. That's one thing one of my coaches, PJ, always said. He says, trust your skill. They were all telling me they were great shots, and just keep shooting them, and they just eventually kind of started falling.
Fletch, just you, there was that stretch there where you guys made a couple transition threes. That's what really opened up the game. Just how come you guys are so aggressive trying to push the ball up the floor and get those shots
Yeah,
in
we
that
knew
situation?
they were getting a little bit tired there in that first half, and then with me and Brandon on the floor and the guards pushing the ball after the rebound, we knew we could push in and get open shots. So really just getting that rebound and seeing they're tired and us being in great physical shape to outrun them.
Trey, just there have been some situations here, West Virginia being one game, this game being another one. Zach's out of the game. It seems like they've tried to run some things through you, kind of in the low post. Do you kind of feel like you're kind of being featured in sort of situations like that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just try to score the ball when I get the opportunity there. Yeah, they just happen to run plays for me when Zach's out. So kind of more of the low post threat when Z's out. So I just try to, take my opportunities and score when I can.
Fletcher, and I guess Zach had such a dominant performance, but this team, 5 in double figures, no Mason tonight. So I guess it's how deep and how talented is this team when everything is going well and when Zach's playing that way.
Yeah, I thought tonight was a great example of that with Mason out, who's such a good player, hard player for us, a great leader. We need guys to step up, and Trey and Caleb did a great job of that. Brian came in too and did a good job. So really just guys stepping up, doing their job to help the team win, and that's what this team's all about, is winning games.
Zach, I kind of asked you a little bit about this in Florida State, but that dunk you had there in the lane where you were kind of dunking it no matter what. What does it say about kind of the mentality you're trying to play with right now?
Yeah, just attack the rim aggressively, kind of create that pressure on the rim. Whenever I'm around the rim, trying to finish over the rim. A lot of times when you go with that mentality, you get fouls, you get those layups, you get those easy dunks. So just really trying to finish around the rim, finish strong and finish dominant.
Trey, can you kind of talk about what you learned last year, just sitting back and watching, and then, Caleb's in foul trouble tonight. Obviously, Zach's out of the game. You're going to have those moments where you can kind of be a go-to guy in certain situations. How much more ready were you for that, kind of sitting back and watching last year?
I do think there's a lot to learn from last year, but it's more of just kind of the pace of the game, how hard you have to play, and just knowing the sets and the schemes of what we're trying to do on the floor, and then just go play basketball.
Fletcher, just a bunch of your points came at the rim, came in the lane, things like that. Is that Zach's gravity? Is that people closing out on you harder, or just what kind of opened up the lane for you today?
In transition, but also attacking closeouts. Guys are going to, after I make a few threes, guys are going to close out harder and play tighter defense. So, but Zach's such a force in the middle that there's not much help down there. So really just attacking that weak side and getting to the rim is what I had to do to help the team win.
Hey, just for, I guess for everyone wants it, just they had some success offensively in the second half. Was that a lapse on your guys' part defensively? Was that them making some of the shots you want them taken? What kind of went into that?
I would say it's more of them just making the shots that we wanted them to take. I feel like they were making a lot of those kind of long contested twos. Jamison Battle, he's obviously a great player. He didn't really get going before this game, but we knew how good he was. We played him last year, 6th leading scorer in the Big Ten last year, so we knew how talented he was. And he was just making a lot of those shots at the beginning of that second half. They went on that 5-minute run where it just felt like they really weren't missing at all. But they were taking a lot of shots we wanted them to take. There was a few lapses. We let them get a few layups. We let them get a few open threes. But for the most part, they were just making those long contested twos that we want teams to take, and they were just making them.
Zach, you out-rebounded their whole team, and you had 8 offensive rebounds. Was that just kind of the magnitude of the matchup, or anything more go into it?
Yeah, it was actually just playing hard. Last game, the ball didn't really come to me off the rebounds. Just kind of attacking the glass the same way every single time. Trying to get to that opposite side, get to the rebounds. I made a bet with Coach B before the game. He said he'd give me Chick-fil-A if I got 20 rebounds. So now he owes me Chick-fil-A. But really, just kind of attacking the glass every single time was the main thing.
What are you gonna get?
Probably spicy chicken deluxe combo, mac and cheese, and another spicy chicken sandwich.
Anything else? Yeah, last one, Sam.
For Fletcher and for Trey, just when you see a guy with 31 points and 22 boards, I mean, you hope he's on your team, but is this stuff even impressive anymore? I mean, it's just one game after the other where he's doing, things that just defy what seems normal for basketball players.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's very impressive. I don't think anyone else in the country can do that. So really, him coming out each and every night and doing that is pretty impressive, and I hope everyone sees that.
Yeah, for sure. Just what Fletch said, and of course I have to guard him every day in practice, so I'm just glad somebody else is guarding him when we're playing.
Anything else?